A very good Friday morning to everyone out there. Landon here with you to bring you your Friday morning weather forecast, courtesy of Ohio Valley Insurance. A far cry from yesterday, folks. That is the good news. We do have some ongoing activity just as south and west of the Wobbles community, but that is trekking down to the south and east as we speak, down through Tennessee. Now, we might get in on a stray shower and isolated sprinkle here over the next hour or two. But rays of sunshine will be taking over and dominating here in the very near future. Taking a look off that activity though, folks, we do have some cloud debris that's worked its way into the region. Sexton Beam Builder Sky Cam down in Gold City showing the moon covered up by some of the cloud cover. And the same can be said looking off to the west from Morgantown. Beech Tree News Sky Cam shows the moon there, but if you look just below the moon, you can see where the cloud deck is there as well. We're going to have the scattered cloud cover with us this morning before that's going to clear out of here, allowing for that big ball of fire to absolutely dominate. Temperatures and dew points hanging out right around the lower 60s as we speak. We'll be taking highs up between the low to mid 80s this afternoon. We've got a prolonged period of quiet weather ahead, folks, but over the past 24 to 48 hours, it has been very busy, to say the least. Taking a look here at the latest rainfall over the past few days, we've got the entire region tallied over an inch of rainfall, with the exception up in Woodbury and the bottoms of Woodbury, right at 7/10 of an inch. Highest totals was down here in Allen County, over 2.5 inches, 2.27 in Logan, south side of Warren County, picking up just a shade under 2.5 inches as well. Taking a look here at the latest surface map, we got this surface low located right along the confluence of Arkansas, Tennessee, Missouri, and Kentucky. That's what's creating that activity we just saw diving down to the south into Tennessee. All right, so this is going to be clearing out of here. And building in behind this is what's going to be bringing us a prolonged period of quiet weather. But before we jump into the long term, let's jump over here and take a look at the short term. Here's the activity we were just looking at, and as we previously mentioned, you'll see as we progress through mid-morning, we got a few little stray pop-up sprinkles or a light shower that's going to dive to the south and east. All right, so we could get in on a stray sprinkle here over the next hour or two, but very quickly by mid-morning on into midday, that moisture gets down to our south. Sunshine should be taking over rather quickly. Talking about the long-term view, here's that upper low that's drop kicking off to the north and east. Been talking about this over the past several days, folks. We worked throughout the weekend. Here we are getting into Saturday night into Sunday. We've got this omega blocky pattern with this large upper level ridge building right across the eastern 2/3 of the U.S. Troughs on either side of us there is going to just sit in place and just pinwheel through a good chunk of the weekend and all the way through a good portion of the next work week as well. But then drastic changes will be on the horizon. So we'll put this into motion for you folks. Here we are getting into Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. And finally, folks, on Thursday into Friday, we begin to see that upper ridge break down. And look at this monster trough that's going to dive down to the south and east out of the Hudson Bay vicinity with an upper level low pinwheeling up in that direction. Here we are going into Thursday night and Friday. Here we go into the weekend, and that trough really gets going and pours down, folks. So what we are anticipating is isolated to widely scattered rain chances showing up roughly Thursday of next week, and then that activity picking up Friday into the weekend with a monster surge of seasonably cold temperatures that's set to follow. So we could get a real true first taste of fall here roughly a week from today, rolling into next weekend. We know we got some of our folks out there across the Wobbles community heading out for fall break next week. We have got 2 tropical storms we're monitoring, but the good news is they are expected to pinwheel and bow back out into the Atlantic. Felipe and Rena are both developed into tropical storm strength, but again, the good news should be rather clear down there near the Gulf and the East Coast for any of you all with plans for getting away here over the next week or so. Talking about one more thing, folks, the drought monitor that was released yesterday that did not take into account our rainfall. It had expanded the drought monitor here across our region with level of D0 and D1, signifying moderate drought across the Great Commonwealth. Obviously, whenever the new one gets released on Thursday of next week, we will be seeing improvement with the rainfall over the past 2 days that will be included as that gets released. Here's a full breakdown of your next 5-day weather forecast. Severe clear, folks. Partly to mostly sunny skies. Temperatures between the low and mid 80s throughout. That's pretty much, folks, the same song and dance all the way through roughly Wednesday, perhaps even Thursday of next week. That'll wrap up your Friday morning Weather Not Bowling Green forecast. Brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Have a blessed